Pag ginagamit mo, ginagawa mo yung isang bagay at makita mo talaga that it can provide value. No, you are coming from a space na, you know what, buy this, attend this, do this. Parang ginamit ko siya, in-apply ko siya, and I got wonderful results from it.
Actually, may mga nasaktan. Umpisahan natin. Facebook ad strategist na hindi nagpe-Facebook ads ng sariling negosyo. Business coach na hindi kumukuha ng coach. Aray ko. Yung scarcity mindset mo na, ay hindi, dapat makakabig ako dito. Kasi kung hindi, wag na lang.
If you're coming from that space na lagi mong iniisip na ikaw yung talo in every negotiation or ikaw yung dapat malaki ang kabig in anything that you are doing, then do not expect yourself to achieve the goals that you have. Or ma-achieve mo man yan, it's going to be fleeting. Saglit lang, hindi siya magtatagal sa'yo.
Kaya laging habol ka ng habol for that next, diba, na big opportunity na dapat makakabig ka.
Sabi nga ni Dr. Joe Dispenza, ito may pagka-relationship eh. Would you date you?
Sakit!
I-translate natin sa negosyo yan. Would you do business with you?
Yung mga financial advisor dyan na walang insurance, kalma lang. Welcome to the $1 Million Filipino Freelancer Podcast. This is Neil Reichel, and in this episode, kalma, hindi lang siya basta Oprah ng Pilipinas. Eto, may kakampi na tayo finally. Graduate din ng, ngayon proud ako dati pag tinatanong, ano school mo? Sasabihin ko lang, UP. Eto, graduate din ng PUP. Kababayan ko sa school. Nagdadala ng mga bigating international speakers sa Pinas. And she's combining fashion and passion. In fact, kahit nga sinasabing Zoom ko lang ito, bihis. At finally, meron na akong kakampi na naniniwala talaga na dapat kahit nasa bahay ka lang, nakasapatos ka. Ang ating guest ngayon, isa sa mga boss or the boss ng Laurus Enterprises, the one and only Miss Joanna Marie Lazaro.
Hi, good evening everyone. Good evening to all the bashers.
Anong feeling sabihin, hi bashers?
Nagkaroon ako ng na-stop yung heart ko kaya parang naputol, diba? This is the first time that I actually greeted that way, Neil. And by the way, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm not sure what you saw, what made you decide that you would want me to be part of your show, but whatever the reason is, I want to express my gratitude to you and appreciation, and to everyone listening or watching. I'm sending you all my love and light tonight, all my joy and gratitude from my heart and from my home to yours. Mapabasher ka man or just somebody lang na talagang humahanga lang dito kay Neil.
Naku mo. Ma'am, thank you. Ma'am, unang tanong na agad. Eto, matindi ha. Pinaghandaan ko to. Kaya ka na-invite po dito sa podcast na ito is because sabi ko, ay iba si Madam. Magaling. Context lang, okay? So, lumapit ako kay Madam. Meron kaming ino-offer para sa isang ex-company. Sa isang company, okay? Huwag muna natin pangalanan. Kasi syempre, ayaw natin magkaroon ng kulay kung ano man. Pero ito yung gusto kong napansin. When I made the offer, she told us about the situation. And then, she made a counter offer. Yung pagka-counter offer, normally, is very rare. I would be the first one to admit it. Bihirang-bihira. It's always either yes yan, yung client mo or yung prospect mo, or dahil pabebe tayong mga Pilipino, wala lang, sin zone ka na, hindi ka nasasagutin. Pero this lady, this boss, saw that there's potential. Kumbaga, hindi niya sinayang, eto na yung nandito. Nag-counter proposal siya. Ma'am, may tanong po ako. Lagi ka bang ganyan sa mga nag-o-offer sa'yo? And even when you make offers yourself?
Usually, yes. Because I've studied, I attended this training abroad. And one of the things that I learned from that training is that offer, para mag-counter offer ka. The reason that you wanted to counter offer, because probably there is something more that you can put in the proposal, na baka hindi lang nakita nung tao na nag-propose sa'yo, na nag-offer ng business sa'yo, and it might actually give them a different perspective, na parang, sometimes kasi, ako as a business person, sometimes I look at things linear lang eh. 'Di ba? Because I have this goal, I have this vision, this is what I want to do. So sometimes because it's too linear, because it's too focused on the goal, meron akong mga information sa paligid ko na baka na may miss out ko. Because I always believe that I do not have the monopoly of information. I'm not an expert, and I believe that there are so many experts around me. So rather than sarilinin ko yung expertise na to, why not, diba? Collaborate tayo. Let's look at it in a different angle na pareho tayong magiging win-win-win. Because in business, I always strive for the win-win-win approach. I want you to be happy, but I want me to be happy as well. And I want the people that we are serving to be happy too. I always believe for a business na kung meron tayong win-win-win mentality, win-win-win approach, we can do better. We can go further together. So the answer to the question is, most of the time, I do counter offers. May mga times naman na immediately, yes. Pag nakita ko kagad talaga yung value, then okay, sige, I'll support you. Especially if it's aligned with my mission, it's aligned with my business principles, and it is aligned to who I am. Because at the end of the day, it's so important for me that in whatever that I do, I am going to stick with my own values, with my own beliefs na hindi ko mako-compromise. And ako, one of the things I stand by, Neil, is that I am the product of my product. I would never sell something na hindi ako naniniwala. Because
Ay, ganda niyan.
the best pusher is the user. So wag natin siyang bigyan ng masamang context, right?
Teka, yung mga pideya, nandyan ang mga taga-pideya.
Walang mga pideya dito. Because, pag ginagamit mo, ginagawa mo yung isang bagay at makita mo talaga that it can provide value. No, you are coming from a space na, you know what, buy this, attend this, do this. Parang ginamit ko siya, in-apply ko siya, and I got wonderful results from it.
Actually, may mga nasaktan. Umpisahan natin. Facebook ad strategist na hindi nagpe-Facebook ads ng sariling negosyo. Business coach na hindi kumukuha ng coach. Aray ko.
Ako, I have lots of coaches. I have lots of coaches. I always believe that, yun nga, sabi ko nga kanina, I do not have the monopoly of the wisdom, of the knowledge, of the expertise. So there would always be somebody na mas magaling sa akin. So rather than tingnan ko sila at isipin ko bakit mas magaling siya at maging better ako at magkaroon ako ng jealousy in my heart, kunin mo lang kitang coach and learn from you. Right?
Exactly.
Oo. Wrap up mo sa akin yung talino mo kasi para mas may maganda tayong magawa together
Agree. Saka siya, nawawala yung pagiging mo, yung scarcity mindset mo na, ay hindi, dapat makakabig ako dito. Kasi kung hindi, wag na lang. The counter offer is...
If you're coming from that space na lagi mong iniisip na ikaw yung talo in every negotiation or ikaw yung dapat malaki ang kabig in anything that you are doing, then do not expect yourself to achieve the goals that you have. Or ma-achieve mo man yan, it's going to be fleeting. Saglit lang, hindi siya magtatagal sa'yo.
Kaya laging habol ka ng habol for that next, diba, na big opportunity na dapat makakabig ka. And mapapansin mo, the relations that you build, fleeting din. Hindi sila lagi yung kasama mo. Hindi nag-grow yung network mo. Papalit-palit ka lagi.
It's going to be a one-time affair. Because, sabi nga ni Dr. Joe Dispenza, ito may pagka-relationship Would you date you?
Sakit!
I-translate natin sa negosyo yan. Would you do business with you?
Yung mga financial advisor dyan na walang insurance. Kalma lang.
Kalma lang. Oo. Pag nagbebenta ka, kaya ka binibilhan ng mga tao kasi naniniwala sila na ginamit mo yung product. So, dapat ikaw mismo insured ka din. So, dapat ikaw din, may real estate investment ka din. So, dapat ikaw, kung business coach ka, may negosyo ka. Huwag tayong theoretical lang because the theories, they are good. But if you're coming from your own experiences as a business person, iba kasi yun Mas malalim ka, mas iba yung hugot mo, mas iba din yung value na kaya mong i-provide sa ibang tao kasi pinagdaanan mo kung ano man yung pinagdadaanan ng mga tao na pinapayuhan mo.
At naaamoy nila yun ng mga kliyente. Amoy na amoy ang lansan. Pero may nabanggit ka. Monopoly of information. Ito nabilib ako. A lot of us, we strive to become the best, the experts in our fields. Kanina sinabi mo that I am not the one who holds the monopoly of the information. I would rather tap into the people who have the information. Which leads me to this. You bringing over speakers dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. Bigyan lang tayong sample. Sino yung pinaka putyo-putyo lang? Millionaire Mind Intensive. Sino nga yung speaker na yan, ma'am?
We have Robert Riopel, but the program is actually a T. Harv Eker signature program. And so we are the only company here in the Philippines na meron pong privilege to do the Millionaire Mind Intensive here. In terms of the speakers, some of the people that we already brought to our country, we have Robert Kiyosaki, Gary Vaynerchuk, Peng
Nako naman.
Chris Gardner, Andrew Matthews, Matthew Hussey, marami pa, Mary Buffett, and a lot more. We have already brought quite a lot of good people, mga thought leaders, international thought leaders. Sadala na po namin dito.
Ito ngayon ang tanong ko. The first international speaker that you brought over sa Pilipinas, sino po yun, kung maalala mo?
Robert Kiyosaki.
Talaga, mahina talaga, no? Robert Kiyosaki pa talaga.
I stand corrected. So I sit corrected.
I sit corrected.
Yeah, Loris Enterprises kasi the company has been existing since 2003 pa. We obtained this exclusive partnership with Rich Dad Asia, the late Bellum Tan. So the company was started by my business partner Jerome San, and then eventually I became part of it in 2009, and in 2015 I became one of the co-owners. So when the company was starting, it was Bellum Tan, who is actually an international speaker, and he was Robert Kiyosaki's investment partner in Southeast Asia. So he was actually the very first international thought leader na danala namin dito sa Philippines. So yung pinakamalaki na unang tao, that would be Robert Kiyosaki in 2015.
What was it like meeting Robert Kiyosaki?
Robert Kiyosaki, okay, sobrang kahanga-hanga. Yung intellect niya, he's really on a different field. Iba kasing personality ni Robert. Robert is so straightforward. If you're familiar with the DISC personality, he's very high. One of the highest dominant person that I met together with Tony Robbins and other people pa. But Robert Kiyosaki, he's very aggressive, he's very straightforward, to the point na blunt siya. He would say whatever it is that he wanted to say just to make sure na may mapipick up ka at may matututunan ka sa kanya. A funny anecdote lang, kasi parang there's a lot of people na gustong magpa-autograph ng book sa kanya. Tapos parang jokingly, sabi lang niya na parang, do they realize that even if I parang isign ko itong mga book na to, hindi pa rin naman sila magiging mayaman?
Aray ko. Pero true.
True, 'di ba? There are people kasi na nafi-fixate tayo doon sa idea na I met this person, I had his book, or I read his book, I listened to his podcast. But at the end of the day, the big question is, what did you do to apply whatever it is that you learned? Or the bigger question is, did you learn anything ba from that person that you can now apply to your own growth so that hindi lang siya inspiration sa'yo, pero magiging motivation mo siya para mas mapaganda yung buhay mo?
Ang ano talaga nun whether you'll stay as a fan or you'll use that fan moment of yours to motivate you and talagang magdire-diretso ka and say that the next time that we meet, makikita mo ibang nila itong kaharap mo.
This is what we call in business leverage, di ba? Or in the lips of Robert Kiyosaki, meron siyang tinatawag na OPM, other people's money, OPT, other people's time, other people's resources. Siguro yun, parang ikaw as a fan or somebody who follows somebody, parang other people's knowledge. Ano yung po pwede mong makuha? And other people's experiences, ano yung po pwede mong matutunan sa kanila para mag-propel ka?
Agree. Yung sunod ko pong question is, eto nga, monopoly of information. Ang ginagawa nyo sa Lorus is bringing over international speakers, like the best of the best speakers, instead of pukpukin lang ang sarili natin na hindi, let's become a Tony Robbins na pang Pilipinas version. Hindi, dinadala natin ang the best here. Ang question ko dito is this, talaga bang nagbabayad ang mga Pilipino to attend these events?
Ay, oh my gosh, yes. Quick story. When we started doing the National Achievers Congress, bringing in the likes of Robert Kiyosaki, Gary Vaynerchuk, and ganito yung presyo nila, alam mo yun, grabe talaga. Tapos parang, of course, nagkukwenta ka ngayon, how many people do you want to bring into the room? So this is the total expenses. Ito yung projected na ticket sales mo para malaman mo magkano mo ibibenta yung ticket. And then of course, when we arrive with the number, parang nanlalaki yung mata namin na parang, kaya ba talaga? Would Pinoys really pay for this kind of event? Or would Pinoy really pay for something this big para lang makita nila yung mga tao na to? So at first, there was this doubt and there was this fear inside of us But because we are partnered currently with Success Resources, the world's biggest event organizer in the Philippines and in the world actually. And they have been existing for decades na in the seminar industry. Of course, we leverage kung ano yung experiences and knowledge nila.
Yes.
So, nag-borrow kami ng courage from them. Kasi sila, they are successfully doing it. It's just that, ito-tweak na lang natin para maging acceptable siya sa palette ng Pinoy. Para everything that we are doing, the way we are promoting it, and the way we are selling it, it's going to taste, feel, hear, alam mo yun, everything is going to be 100% Pinoy, that this is for you. So yes, the answer to that question is, sobrang nagulat kami because for the Robert Kiyosaki event, we were able to have 1,800 something people all paid in the room.
Nice.
And tickets kasi we have different types of tickets. We have Gen Ad, we have the VIP, and we have the Super VIP. The Super VIP, we actually sold it ng at that time parang 80,000 per ticket kasi may kasama siyang photo. Pero sobrang lang, group photo with Robert Kiyosaki. Ganun lang yung kasama niya. And then we had Gary Vaynerchuk and the Chris Gardner. With Gary Vaynerchuk, we sold the ticket at around 320,000 pesos per person kasi kasama ang dinner yan. Exclusive and private dinner, pero limited to 15 packs only. Pero the opportunity to have a dinner with the one and only Gary Vaynerchuk, once in a lifetime yun.
Yes, oo.
Na lang doon, Neil, na parang okay, pupunta ako ng US, bubook ako ng airfare ko, magbubook ako ng hotel ko, bibili ako ng ticket ni Gary Vaynerchuk, pero ano yung guarantee ko na makaka-dinner ko siya? Wala.
Yes, wala.
So kami lang yung nagbibigay sa'yo niyan. So,
oo.
Kasi what we're doing in the events that we do here, Neil, is that somebody asked me, ano yung tingin mo na value na naibibigay ninyo sa mga participants nyo? And for me, the value is that we allow you to make your dream a reality. For example, it's your dream. Fan ka, super fan ka ni Gary V and whoever, ni Robert Kiyosaki. And lahat tayo na fan, diba? Sinasabi natin, sana ma-meet ko siya one day, sana ma-meet ko siya one day. But they are all living abroad. So, ngayon, nasa state pa tayo na hindi pa natin kaya bumili ng ticket, airfare, and bayaran yung mga event na meron sila just for us to meet them. We are actually the one bridging that for you, doing it for you. Dinadala namin sila sa'yo. Hindi mo na kailangan lumabas sa ibang bansa. Hindi mo na nga kailangan mag-airfare pa kung taga Manila ka lang din naman. At lalong hindi mo na kailangan magbayad ng 100,000, 200,000 just to meet your idol. So, nakakatuwa kasi people are understanding na, yeah, it's so much better for me to attend the events of Loros Enterprises and meet these people. And finally, alam mo yon, face to face, matuto talaga ako dito sa tao na to.
Iba yung feeling eh. Pero ma-share ko lang we tried to invite Gary Vaynerchuk last year or last year if I'm not mistaken.
I heard kayo pala yun.
Okay. Oo. And then we asked for his package. Talaga. Talaga.
Inimatay ka.
Bumula lang yung bibig ko. Lahat ng acid reflux ko lumabas sa mga 8 years. Nilabas na kadiri. Sabi ng mga listeners natin, yak! Kadiri na ito nasa tenga ko. Pero hindi. What Loros Enterprises is doing, hindi biro. Imagine mo lang, para siyang wholesaler sa ibang, bibili siya ng pakyaw, taking that risk, dala-dala niya, dadali niya ngayon sa Pilipinas, bebenta niya. Ngayon, the upside is good. Okay, kung kaya niya mabenta lahat yon. Kung hindi, kung break even lang, imagine, hindi biro-biro. Una, hindi lang basta babayaran mo lang yung tao, darating na siya. Hindi. Aasikasuhin mo pa yung hotel niya, first class flights niya. Hindi lang siya, 3 ba sila? 4, 5. Tapos may security pa. Kailangan hindi basta-bastang security. May required silang klase ng security. Hindi basta lang may dala kang aspin. Ayan, may asa po tayo. Babatay na siya. Hindi. The risk din na halimbawa if a fan suddenly goes crazy, 'di ba? You have to make sure everything is well laid out for that event to become successful. So sabi namin, teka, hindi pa yata tayo pang ganitong level. Klarong-klaro. Chismis ko lang. Alam mo, yung rate na binigay sa $500,000.
Okay. Ano?
$500,000. Seryoso? $500,000. I'm sure there was wiggle room. Pero ang sinasabi niya agad, ang sinasabi niya, oo. Pero sinasabi niya talaga is, syempre, hindi ka naman pwedeng tumawad ng $50,000. Hindi naman yung ganon. Pero alam mo na agad, ito na yung sinet niyang anchor, yung price point. Medyo malapit-lapit ka doon talaga. So alam mo na talaga, wag na lang po. Kahiya-hiyaman po, paumanhin. Hindi lang po. Kasi it takes a lot of tickets for you to sell. Yung VIP seats na ganon. Hindi basta-basta yun. The number of people that you know who can afford and really like him. Kilala mo ba talaga sila? And if these are payment plans, afford mo ba na ikaw mag-finance ng lahat ng to? So, hindi joke. Pero ito yung tanong ko po, ma'am. Fan man or hindi, iba yung feeling ng in-person mong nakakasama. Whether nasa Gen Ed ka or ka-dinner mo siya, iba yung feeling. Ano ba yung energy na yun? Hindi ko maintindihan.
Siguro because as human, we crave for connection always.
Mm-hmm.
And dahil ikaw, parang you look up to this person or sabi nga natin, kahit hindi ka naman fan mode, pero in a way, this person exists in your being,
Yes.
right? Everything is energy. There's exchange of energy.
Ang ganda niyan, yes. Oo.
Diba? Parang for the speaker, they came here wanting to provide value, wanting to meet you, and finally, na magkaroon kayo ng opportunity to face-to-face, ganyan. So, yung energy ni speaker, coming siya from the space na, uy, may mga tagahanga ako na nag-aantay sa Philippines. Ikaw naman, pupunta ka dun sa event na yung energy mo rin na dala-dala is that, uy, finally, mamimit ko na si Neil. Kunwari. So, yung happiness mo and yung excitement mo, together with the happiness and the excitement ng speaker, nagmi-meet. And because the energy that you both have are in a very positive and high note, so when you meet, it feels like so magical. Parang, actually, narinig ko naman yun yung sinasabi niya pag nagpa-podcast siya, pag nag-YouTube siya, pag nag-Facebook siya, it's the same thing. Pero bakit? Pag nandun na ako sa event at nasa stage na siya, even if, alam mo yun, benting upuan yung layo ko sa kanya, iba pa rin yung nararamdaman ko. Because nga, everything is energy. The wonderful energy that you and the speaker have, nag-work together and creating this wonderful moment for you. Na parang it feels like kahit there are 1,000 people in the room, parang ikaw yung kausap ng person na to, parang sinasabi niya lahat sa'yo, Joanna, ganito, ganito, ganito. Pero alam mo naman, it's being addressed to 1,000 people and yet it feels like nakikipag one-on-one siya sa'yo. And by the way, in fairness to the speakers that we have, yung mga presyo nila, parang at first, di ba parang may duda ka na, mahal naman itong mga tao na to, ganyan. Pero once you are there, especially in a private dinner, ni na Gary Vaynerchuk, ni na Matthew Hussey, you would realize na kaya naman pala ang mahal ng taong to. Iba yung value that they provide when they are talking to you like a friend, and iba yung aura. Plus, ang maganda kasi doon nila, nakakatuwa kasi it makes you dream as well.
Yes!
Ako, alam mo, nandoon ako sa room, right? Tapos pinapanood ko itong mga tao. Nagbayad ng 320,000, nagbayad ng 150,000 just for this dinner, nagbayad ng 50,000 just to have this photo op. Pero ikaw, it makes you dream bigger for yourself na kunwari, coach ka, speaker ka, trainer ka. It gives you the idea now, nagkakaroon ng implant sa'yo na one day, I can be this person too. Yes. People are going to be willing to pay me no matter the amount. It's because they know the value that I can provide.
Galing nun. Kanina binanggit mo yung term na borrowing courage. Pero that was on a business-to-business na position. This time is the same. Now you're not just borrowing courage, you're experiencing equal footing. Katabi mo sa mesa, kasama mo sa isang kwarto. Sabi nga namin sa Batangas, nakadais mo. Di ba? Nakakatabi mo. Kahit nagdikit lang yung siko mo.
Oo.
Iba yung feeling eh. Na parang ikaw, yung ego mo, umaangat. Yung believe mo sa sarili mo, ay, kaya ko din pala to. Balang araw, gagaling din ako. Yung tipong ganon.
Oo, lumalaki yung lumalaki yung mundo mo. Ito pala yung possible. Kailangan ko lang pala talaga to work on myself, to work on the value that I can provide so that one day, somebody else, like Lorus Enterprises, could see my value and they would want to pay me no matter my amount.
Agree. Tsaka din, halimbawa, nasa sales ka, yung mga kliyente mo din would start to feel that energy na, uy, ibang ang dating ng ahenteng to kumpara doon sa isang ahente na yun. Kasi iba yung confidence, iba yung na-transfer na energy sa akin. The purchase becomes a good experience between the two of us.
Yes, it becomes more meaningful. Parang nag-triple or nag-10x yung value, pero it's the same product at the end of the day.
Eto ngayon ang tanong ko po, ma'am. Sino ba ang mga best na dapat magpunta sa mga events nyo? And I know meron kayong event na paparating. March po ba to?
Naku, ang dami naming events sa paparating, Neil. If you're going to allow me to promote all of.
Sige, please. Yes, please.
Okay, for next week, we have this retreat. So this is the pilot run. It's called Unmessable, When Life Cannot Mess With You Anymore. So the idea behind this, na na-conceptualize ko tong program na to 2 years ago kasi I got invited to a TV show. After that, a client and a friend, nagkaroon kami ng conversation. Tapos sabi niya, uy, Joanna, naiyak ako sobra sa mga sinishare mo. Grabe, ang ganda ng story mo. Hindi ako makapaniwala na ganun pala yung background mo, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos biglang sabi niya, uy, bakit gumawa ng ganitong ng event? Naiiyak lang tayo. Sabi ko, okay. Sabi ko, so nag-stay yung idea. Tapos suddenly, eto, few months ago, biglang one last cry. The idea popped. Sabi ko, oh nga no. Kasi halimbawa, attend tayo ng isang event, pumunta ka ng isang speaker. Tapos may sinabi siya, umiyak ka because you had a trigger. And then after you cry, that's it. Pero hindi ka pumunta sa root cause. Ba't ka ba naiyak? Ba't ka ba na-trigger? Ano yung meron doon sa sinabi niya? So in the Unmessable Retreat, this is your opportunity to cry. Kung ano man yung dinadala mo sa buhay mo, all the baggages that you have for the longest time, all your pain, all your trauma, all your hurt, and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to cry it out. But the catch is this. After this event, you can no longer use the same excuse to not pursue the life that you always wanted. Sabi mo gusto mong pumayat, sabi mo gusto mong gumanda, sabi mo gusto mong maging trainer, sabi mo gusto mong maging coach, sabi mo gusto mong entrepreneur, sabi mo gusto mong ma-promote, sabi mo gusto mong maging ganito sa asawa mo. Hanggang kailan mo lang sasabihin yan sa sarili mo? Kailan ka magsisimula? And the reason that hindi ka makapagsimula, hindi dahil tamad ka or dahil nagpa-procrastinate ka lang. Because there is a deeper reason that's stopping you. Kaya hindi ka makamove forward to the next level of your best. So here in this event, we're going to put a lead. Puputulin na natin yan, tatakpan na natin yan para moving forward, you can no longer tell me na kaya hindi ka nagsasucceed, kaya ka ganito, it's because of your mom, it's because of your dad, it's because of your partner, it's because of your kids, it's because of your boss, it's because of other people. So that is what the Unmessable is all about. It's going to be a 3-day retreat. And the nice thing about this is that our facilitator, he has over 20 years of experience actually doing this. And he's one of the OG, the original in the seminar industry dito sa Philippines. Siya yung tao na nagdala dito ng isa sa pinaka-popular at OG na seminar na ayaw na lang natin ayaw niyang pangalanan namin. Pero his name is Alger Pereras. So if you're going to research him, you'll know kung ano yung program na tinutukoy ko. And he has created a very special program just for Unmessable. Because life happens. Life is so intricate. There are so many layers into it. Magulo ang buhay, magulo ang tao sa paligid mo, pero ikaw chill lang because you're Unmessable. So that is the program. December 12, 13, and 14, it's going to happen at Sintay Corito in Batangas. So it's going to be a 3-day in-house retreat. So sa rate po, kasama na doon yung accommodation mo for the 3 days, 2 nights, and also full board meals. Pero ang pinakababayaran mo po talaga doon, yung expertise ni Aljor, and at the same time, yung deep dive that only the Unmessable can provide to you. So that's the nearest po. We also have the cash flow one workshop. And for January, we're going to have the Take-Off Summit. This is a signature event of Lorus Enterprises that was created during the pandemic. So the event is extended for all business owners, regardless if you're a startup, amateur, and seasoned. Here, we're going to support you, provide you with all the tools necessary para po mag-stable ka if you are a startup or nasa amateur stage ka pa lang, or scale if you are already a seasoned entrepreneur using all the necessary tools in terms of marketing, digital, and all. And then, of course, yung na-mention mo po kanina, the Millionaire Mind Intensive by T. Harv Eker is once again happening, and that would be on March 15 to 17 to be held at the PICC. So we are promoting all of these programs po, all these events sa aming pong Facebook page and also website. Pero mas makikita mo po, very active po kami sa aming social media handles, specifically sa Facebook po namin. So you can search for @LorusPH or #LorusPH po. Oh, by the way, Neil, if I may allow your friends, if I can invite them, we actually have a very special free event, libre po, this coming Friday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. to be led by Alger Pereras. So this is a program called Embracing Vulnerability. It's going to be held via Zoom lang po ito. So,
Okay.
I can share the link to you, but we're also promoting it sa Facebook po namin. So, embracing vulnerability, kasi lagi natin itong naririnig, it's okay to be vulnerable. But what is vulnerability all about? And if you embrace it, what can you expect to happen into your life? So, we're going to provide you the framework to make you understand na it's never going to be a weakness if you are vulnerable. Rather, if you learn how to embrace your own vulnerability, you become the stronger version of you. So to be led by
Okay.
Aljor.
Pero yung kanina, yung nahook ako dun sa unmessable, malalim yun yung sinasabi na, kaya walang nangyayari sa buhay mo kasi procrastinator ka. Tapos, sinisisi yung procrastination. Tapos, ano nga yung isa pang term mo? Aside from procrastination, it is...
Lazy.
Oo, yung tamad ka. Kaya tamad.
Wala ako sa mood today. I don't have the
Oo,
energy.
wala ako sa mood today. Pero hindi naman pala yun ang dahilan para sa marami sa atin. Meron ako isang kaibigan, matalino siya, as in matalino siya. Magaling siya magsulat, copywriter. Pero di siya nakakuha ang kliyente. So ang iniisip niya, baka naman tamad lang ako. Tapos baka kailangan may mangyari lang masama talaga na back against the wall. Maraming ka na nag-iisip if the situation calls for it, then I'll be moving. Pero ang masaklap is the situation now happens, they have their backs against the wall, wala pa rin nangyayari. Meron palang mas malalim na dahilan. Na kahit, halimbawa, yung disconnection notice niya, naka 10 by 10 tarp sa harap ng bahay niya, hindi pa rin yan kikilos.
Mhm.
Hindi dahil sa tamad siya, hindi rin dahil sa nga nagpo-procrastinate siya. Merong deeper root cause nga ito. I think maganda talaga yun. And yun nga, unmessable, parang yung movie na Unbreakable, kahit na anong mangyari, yun siya talaga, buo talaga siya. Magandang year-ender.
Exactly. That is the reason, Neil, that we decided to do it before matapos ang taon. There's so many of us. Papasok ang bagong taon. New Year's resolution.
Papapayat na ako.
Papapayat na ako. Magbe-business na ako. Ito yung gagawin ko. Magsisave na ako. Hala, natapos na yung first quarter of the year. Kamusta na, girl? Kamusta na tayo dyan, parts? Walang nangyari. So, with Unmessable, we're going to support you and help you to finally, stop carrying all these baggages that you don't even know that you have been carrying for the longest time. Put a stop into it para pagpasok ng 2024, you are a brand new you with new luggage to bring. Pero, the luggage right now is filled with self-love, with self-confidence, with self-belief. Knowing that I am this unmessable person and I have in me that I am this most powerful person, honestly. Hindi ko pa lang siya na-harness. But with Unmessable, we're going to unleash it. We're going to harness it. Para, even life happens, chill ka lang, steady ka lang, because you know, you have all the tools inside of you. And you know, alam na alam mo kung papaano mo papagalawin at papaano mo papabutihin ang buhay mo.
Marami kasi sa mga listeners natin, sa mga bashers, dudero. Sinasabi lang yan kasi gusto makabenta ng ticket. Sinasabi lang yan kasi nagpo-promote ng event. And I can't blame them kasi they've already attended so many events. They've tried so many things. They've read books. They've invested in programs. Kumbaga, hindi pa rin nangyayari. Ako, ang take ko dito is this. Baka lang hindi pa rin yun yung program na nahanap mo. Kaya hindi nangyayari yung gusto mong mangyari. The way I see it is that it's like attempts in life. The more attempts that you have in life, the higher that you have the chances of becoming successful. It doesn't mean na the first time that you tried a business, it didn't work. Hindi ka talaga pang business. Dapat tuloy-tuloy pa rin.
If I may add lang here, that's a good point that you also provided. But if I may share a different point of view naman. Because I'm in the seminar industry and I love attending seminars myself. Sabi ko nga sa'yo, I have my own coaches and even when I was still working in the corporate before, I attend trainings. Ako yung nagbabayad, hindi ko inaantay yung boss ko or yung HR na ipadala ko sa training because I always invest in myself talaga. So one of the things that I learned all these years that I have been investing in my own growth is that before kasi, when I attend an event, kunwari, the event promise 10 things. These are the things that you're going to learn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When I go there, I am actually expecting na yung 10 na yun, dapat yun yung mapipick up ko. Tapos pagdating ko, ina-expect ko rin sa sarili ko na yung 10 na yun yung dapat na gagawin ko.
Yes.
Pero ang na-realize ko over the years is that even if I get just 1 out of the 10, at nag-focus ako dun sa 1 na yun, that would give me a different result already. And that for me, ROI na yun. Kasi yung
Perfect.
one na yun yung pinaka-importante. Kaya yun yung nag-resonate sa akin. Bakit sa 10 na itinuro ng speaker na to o ng event na to, bakit itong item na to ang nag-resonate sa akin? Maybe because my soul is actually telling me na, Joanna, ito kasi yung kailangan mo ngayon. So dito tayo mag-focus and then do everything, apply everything na kailangan mo para mangyari itong item na to. Tapos saka mo balikan yung iba. One at a time probably. And
Yung
then,
gusto buong buffet, kinain no? Tapos nagagalit,
exactly.
hindi ko natikman lahat. Lugi.
Exactly. Hindi pwede kasi mauumay ka, sobrang busog ka. Ganun din pag uma-attend tayo ng seminar. Yung iba nagrereklamo, ang dami namang information. Girl, pwede mo mang piliin yan, i-chunk mo. Ano ba yung importante
Oo.
dun sa training na yun? That's why I re-attend. Kahit nag-attend ako ng one event, tapos halimbawa may isang event, tapos it sounds like, it feels like, katulad yan ni program ni Nila. Parang magkapareho lang naman sila. Pero I still attend with an open mind. Kasi I believe, sabi ko nga, no one has the monopoly of all the information. Baka I can pick up something from you na po pwede ko rin ma-pick up from, tapos pagsamahin ko, edi may matututunan ako. Or attend ako ng seminar, kunwari, Millionaire Mind Intensive, I keep on attending it. And many of our participants, mga influencers, hindi lang sila 3 beses ever since we brought it to the Philippines. Every year, nandoon sila sa MMI. And when I talk to them, the reason is that they would always tell me, because Joanna, I am a different person last year than I am right now. So yung
Galing.
natutunan ko last year is going to be different kung ano yung matututunan ko right now. And how I'm going to do things right now and apply things right now is different from last year. So that's why I am here. That's why I am attending again. Para yung mga ibang bagay na hindi ko natutunan before, matututunan ko ngayon. At yun naman ang gagawin ko. It's similar to reading a book. Kailangan hindi isang beses mo lang babasahin. Babasahin mo, di ba?
Ma'am
Second,
Joanna, kalma
oh,
ka lang. Marami sa mga listeners natin, hindi pa natatapos yung book. May bago ulit na book.
it's okay. You know what? One of the things that I learned is that you actually do not have to finish the book. I used to be like that. Kailangan, yung mentality ko, kailangan tapusin ko tong libro na to. But if I read it with the intention of picking something from it at ia-apply ko kaagad yun, natutunan ko na yun, then okay na ako kahit hindi ko
Ay,
matapos.
ang ganda nun.
Then babalikan ko na lang siya. Titingnan ko nga ulit ngayon. Okay. So like halimbawa, may mga libro ako, Neil, na nabasa ko na before, pero wala lang. Cover to cover, nabasa ko, pero wala naman akong ginawa. Tapos, kunwari, meron ako isa. Recently, binasa ko siya ulit. Oh my gosh, biglang ang dami ko ng notes.
Oo,
Kasi in-apply ko na siya.
pwede. Kaysa dun sa mga kaibigan natin na, okay, sa libro ni Robert Cialdini, sa page 28, ang sinabi doon is influence. Paragraph 3, memorize sa memorize. Tapos yung application niya, wala. Bida-bida, kaya. Kaya. Yabangan, pwede.
Quotable quotes na lang siya para sa'yo.
Ang quotable quote, hindi po na ipambabayad. Yung action from the quotes ang ating nakukuha. Few questions lang. Ma'am Joanna, sino ang dapat hindi umattend ng mga ganitong seminars? Lalo yung mga personal development seminars.
Huwag kang a-attend ng mga event ni Loros Enterprises if number 1, ayaw mong guminhawa ang buhay mo. Number 2, huwag kang a-attend ng mga events ni Loros Enterprises kung ayaw mo na guminhawa ang buhay ng mga mahal mo.
Aray. Okay.
So these two
Ma'am.
people, huwag po kayong a-attend. Kung ayaw niyo guminhawa ang buhay ninyo at guminhawa ang buhay ng mga pamilya niyo, huwag po kayong a-attend namin, event namin.
Tawag dito. Sino ba tong nabasa ko? So, may event. Wala siyang pera para umattend ng event. Pero alam niya sa sarili niya that I will pick something from this event. Okay. Shoutout ko na lang si Mark Huy, yung aking isa sa mga na-interview natin na siya ang nag-imbento ng K14 kasi ilang beses siyang nag-ulit. Kaya hindi lang K12, K14. Mark Huy, mahal na mahal kita. Sinugal niya, pumunta siya dun sa event namin. Wala siyang perang pauwi. Okay, kasi wala siyang perang pauwi. Sabi, siguro naman may maharap ako, makikisabay ako. Sumugal siya. And it was one of the best things that he did daw in his life. Sabi ko, bakit? Kasi iba yung pakiramdam na umattend ako ng event. Hindi ko alam kung bakit. A few weeks after lang or a few days lang, nagka-kliyente ako. Freelancer, si Mark. May lead generation agency siya. Tapos after nun, iba na yung dating pag-usap ko sa mga tao. Nagbago. So sabi ko sa kanya, so halimbawa, wala ka talagang pera ha. Tipong ipapangutang mo pa yung papunta lang. Hindi lang yung basta pauwi. Isusugal mo pa rin ba? Sabi niya, oo. Ire-recommenda mo sa iba? Oo, ire-recommenda ko. Basta, naniniwala sila at ang nasa isip nila is tumataya ako sa sarili ko. Yun
Yes.
siya.
If you can bet on others, why not bet on yourself?
And it gives this feeling of confidence within you na, okay, I'm starting with one. It's me believing in myself. Later on, there will be other people who will believe in me.
True. Because before you can expect others to believe you, maniwala ka muna sa sarili mo. And others would follow.
Ma'am Joanna, hindi ko muna itatanong sa'yo dito ha. Gusto ko i-stalk ka nila. Ilalagay po natin yung link ng Facebook profile mo dito sa podcast episode na to para malaman nila ano ba yung kwento mo. So ito, last question ko na lang sa'yo, Ma'am Joanna, is this. Ma-attend ka. Kahit basic Zoom calls lang ganito, bihis ka. Ako, lagi ako naniwala. Teka, kung wala ka masyadong alam na isuot, di white polo. Yun na lang mga na yun. Sapatos. Naniniwala ka ba sa panahon ngayon, with everything that we know now, na kasalanan maging purita?
Yes.
Bakit, ma'am? Sige nga, Aber.
Di ba sabi nga nila, paano ko to? Parang kung pinanganak kang mahirap or pinanganak kang pangit, hindi mo yan
Wala
kasalanan.
tayong magagawa. Yes.
Pero, kung mawawala ka sa mundo na mahirap ka pa rin at pangit ka pa rin, kasalanan mo na yan. Kasi binigyan ka ng maraming opportunities to improve yourself, to become better. Anong ginawa mo dun sa mga opportunities na yun?
Malalim yun, ha?
Kasalanan mo kung poor ka pa rin. Because, you know what? You are an amazing human being. I always say this. You are a beautiful and fantabulous creation of your own divine creator. Okay? And you are created. You are born for a very beautiful and specific purpose. So, meaning, nung nabuhay ka, na pinanganak ka, your divine creator make sure that you have all the necessary skills and talents, even the beauty and charm, even the wisdom and intellect to better yourself. The question now is that what are you doing with all of these gifts? And one of the things that I realized in my journey in Yale is that so many people, they do not see themselves that way. Skillful sila, matalino sila, maganda sila, whatever. It's because the lens that they are using is of someone else. Because I used to be like that person. I look up sa mga ibang tao and then titingnan ko yung sarili ko. Hindi pa ako successful. Wala pa yung financial freedom sa akin. Wala pa yung lifestyle freedom. It's because yung tao na tinitingnan ko, they have been ahead of me. They did a lot of things already at ang dami na nilang pinagdaanan that they become that person. Pero dahil sila yung tinitingnan ko, ang tinitingnan ko yung resulta nila. And now, binibilital ko yung sarili ko thinking na kunwari, one of the persons, si Coach Ras, sinitingnan ko siya. Sabi ko, makagaling na tao na to. Pero without me realizing before na dahil kakatingin ko sa kanya, nagkakaroon na ako ng hindi magandang feeling towards myself. At never ko, diba, si Nikki Jurado, ganyan. Never ko nakita yung sarili ko na financially, I have my financial freedom na pala for the longest time. It's because nga, they are the lens that I am using. Pero when I shifted and I use a different lens, I really look at myself from who I was few months, a few years ago to who I am right now, I realized, Neil, oh my gosh, yung time freedom pala na hinahanap ko, wala ko noon. Bakit? Paano ko nasabi? I can wake up anytime that I want. I can sleep whatever time I want. That's time freedom.
True.
Nobody can dictate anong oras ako matutulog at magigising. I can buy the things that I want no matter how simple they are. And that for me is financial freedom in itself.
Yes.
Lifestyle freedom, I can do whatever it is. Kahit napuntahan ko lang La Union lang, Batangas lang yan, Tagaytay lang yan. But the mere fact that I can do that at kaya ko siyang gawin, bigla-bigla, that for me is already the lifestyle freedom. It's just that baka kasi tinitingnan ko yung lifestyle ni na Kylie Jenner, itong mga malalaking tao na to, ito sino ba yung mga sikat na mga artista right now? I don't have a name. Yan, sila.
Dikat niyan.
Heart Evangelista.
Totoo. Lagi nasa France.
Ang gaganda ng mga bags niya. Pero of course, tumingin din ako sa closet ko. Marami rin naman pala akong bag. Kaya lang kasi ng mga bag niya. Hindi lang kasing dami ng bag niya, but I also have that. Nakakapag-travel din naman ako. Hindi nga lang siya regular katulad ni Heart. But I do that.
It's the lens that we're using. Yun ang napakahalaga.
Yes.
Tapos comparing it to who we were a year, 5 years, 10 years from now, di ba? From before na, parang
yeah, wag ka na mag 10 years, Neil. 1 year ago lang, balikan mo yung 1 year and compare it to who you are right now, what you look right now. Kumbaga parang paano ka nagsasalita, how are you showing up? Little things. I always say this, look at the small things. Appreciate the small things. Because happiness, success can be found even in the smallest things.
True. Yung defining lang, di ba? Yung tipong, okay, freedom to go. The fact that you can step out of the house is freedom in itself. The fact that you have a house or live in a house, freedom yun. Di ba? It's all about the way yung lens na ginagamit mo. Ma'am, galing ng interview na to. Pero gusto ko nga, ayan, mga listeners, stalk nyo si Miss Joanna Marie. Iba yung insights na nakukuha natin. Bonus question ko na lang, ma'am. Mga freelancers, marami sa amin. Tamad maligo? Marami sa amin. Hindi nagbibihis ng maayos. Katwiran, nasa bahay lang naman ako eh. Hindi ko na kailangan. Pag halimbawa, mga pamilyado, mga mami, okay daddy, mami na lang, madalas mami. Ay, hindi na ako para bumili ng bagong damit. Hindi ko na i-check out tong nasa Shein ko. Bakit? Para sa anak ko na lang. Total, nasa bahay lang naman ako. Tapos nagkabiglaan, kailangan pumunta ng SM. May kita mo, mukhang binaha ang itsura. Yung mukhang kawawang-kawawa talaga.
Yung iba nga yung nakapantulog, di ba nauso yun? Dami ko nakikita sa mall.
Nakakainis, di ba? Eto tanong ko ngayon sa'yo, ma'am. Freelancer ang tao, hindi pa siya well off. Talagang kahigto ka. Kailangan niya bang magbihis ng maayos? And if yes, anong benefit ba na mapapala niya?
Number 1, self-respect. Iba yung respeto na binibigay mo sa sarili mo if you're taking good care of yourself. Number 2, it's all about self-love. And then, of course, psychologically, if you start your day taking a bath, that's going to put you in a different state. Diba? May physical state, may emotional state. Mm-hmm. And the fastest na kaya nating i-influence, kung parang pagising mo, ang bigat pa ng katawan mo, inaantok ka pa, whatsoever, the fastest state that you can influence is your physicality. At pag naligo ka, iba ka agad yung boost of energy na meron kasi you feel fresh. Iba yung confidence na meron ka na alam mong mabango ka at hindi ka maasim. Kahit nasabihin natin na ang nakakaamoy lang yung mga anak mo o yung asawa mo. Another thing, ito I learned it from a good friend of mine. The biggest advice na binigay daw sa kanya ng tita niya, huwag kang mag-uumpisa ng araw mo na hindi ka naliligo. Because whatever happens during the day, you're ready. Meaning, an emergency happens. Kailangan mo lumabas. Hindi mo nang iisipin na kailangan ko pa palang maligo. You can just go out. Kahapon, nagkaroon ng earthquake.
Lumindol, oh.
I do not worry about na kailangan ko magbihis, whatsoever. All I have to do is to pick up my bag and the susi and I can go. Alam mo yun, kaya ko nang iwanan yung bahay ko kasi lumilindol na. I don't have to worry na lalabas ako doon unprepared because it's all about preparation. And self-love, it's so important. Marami tayong mga mommies, ganyan, ang iniisip nila sa asawa na lang nila, sa anak nila. But always remember, fill your own cup first.
Oh, galing.
Until you overflow. Because if you're coming from your overflow, kahit na gaano pa kadami yung hinihingi ng mundo sa'yo, hindi ka magiging better, hindi ka mabubwisit. It's because
hindi ka nanulumbat.
Hindi ka nanunumbat. Diba? Yes. Sasabihin na, lahat na lang kinuha nyo sa akin. Ano ba yan? Wala na kayong tinira. But girl, bro, you allow them na kunin kasi lahat sa'yo. Kasi it's your responsibility to take care of you. You cannot expect other people to take care of you. You should be doing that for you. Ang daming ukay. Punta ka ng mga ukayan, may 10 piso, maghalongkat ka. Ang daming magaganda. I started that way, Neil. Bumibili ako ng mga ukay before.
Walang masama.
And nobody even told me na mukhang ukay yung suot ko kasi nasa pagpili mo yan, nasa pagsusuot mo na yan.
It's how you carry it.
Yeah, maglagay ka powder, maglagay ka ng konting lipstick. Sa dami ngayon ng mga nagbibenta ng makeup, di ba? Pamurahan na nga ngayon. It's so easy for you to look your good.
Oo, agree. Tsaka yung, kagaya, eto na-invento yung white polo. Kasi there was only one polo to begin with noon. Sabi ko, hindi na siguro mahahalata. Pwede every other day, labhan. Kalaunan, may pambili ka na ng maraming puting polo. Hindi na napansin ng mga tao.
Also sa Millionaire Mind Intensive deal, ito, one of the things that I learned from Harv is that how you do anything is how you do everything.
Oo.
Ako, I dress up, even if I'm just doing a Zoom event like this, from head to toe. Nakasapatos po talaga ako. Minsan nga, naka 3 inches heels pa ako. Neil, natatawa nga yung mga kapadgas ko before. Kasi talagang naririnig nila yung takong ko pag umaalis ako, ganyan. home ka, kahit nasa bahay ka lang, hindi kita naman nakikita. Yeah, I do that because I respect myself that much.
I do it for me,
I do
diba?
it for me. I do not do it for other people to look good for them. I look good for me because it gives me a different kind of confidence. It gives me a different kind of belief in myself. Na pag tinignan ko yung sarili ko, ay, ang ganda ko nga, no? Tama yung sinabi nila, maayos nga ako ngayon. Okay, because I know I did it for me.
Ang ganda. Mga bashers, ayan po si Miss Joanna Marie, si Madam Joanna Marie, si Ma'am Joanna Marie. You might be thinking na, teka, parang sobrang ideal ang mga tinuturo niya. I-stalk niyo po yung Facebook niya. Lalagay natin yung link sa description ng podcast episode na ito. Unmessable. Check nyo rin. Kung hindi kayo umabot, check nyo ibang mga programs pa ni Lorus. And again, taya tayo sa sarili natin. Ma'am Joanna, maraming salamat po for your time. Ang paborito ko sa episode talaga nito, ang dami, yung lens, self-love, confidence, yung aura ng ibang tao, borrowing courage, yung mga ganong bagay, having that experience, sitting with that person, tapos isip mo 350, 360, 325,000 na dinner, pagka mahal-mahal, o di sige, punta kang US, tingnan ko nga lang kung baka hanggang general admission ka lang, tingnan natin kung may ganyan kang experience. Ang laki ng natitipid natin. Pero maraming salamat for doing all of this. Ms. Joanna, it was a pleasure and we're looking forward to seeing more events pa brought over to the Philippines kasi tingin ko bumibuelo pa lang tayo mga Pilipino. Magiging first class country din tayo.
I manifest that. I pray for that and I truly believe in us. Kaya natin.
Yan lang. Bye, bashers!
Bye, bashers! Thank you so much for listening!